Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. The last time these two teams met, it was the Houston Rockets who came away with the W against the Grizzlies. And now we'll see who gets the advantage after they tied at one apiece.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
And the Grizzlies choosing to move forward with Coach Isolo to head their program. Stan, after he took over as interim head coach late last season.
Yeah, the first Finnish-born head coach in the NBA. He was a rising star coaching in Europe, now trying his hand in the best league on the planet.
Here's McGrady. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. McGrady left side. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. I asked him, how do you plan to deal with Luka Doncic? He laughed and said, I think that's a question the entire league is asking. Luka is amazing. He's been a superstar from day one, and what impresses me the most is his poise. Nothing seems to get to him. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
With the fadeaway. Yes, that goes in.
He got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
Oh, look at that. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now, Doncic. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And Gasol gets it to go.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here is McGrady. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Outside, KD. And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. English with it. Now defended by Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Bosh.
That's just remarkable defense by Durant. Shooters definitely feel his presence when he's contesting like that.
Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
So it's the Rockets now. They trail by 3. Rockets 6. Back to Bosh. Houston needs to get a shot off. Can they get it? Gasol, no good. 1:25 left to play here in the first. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized. at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
And the technical free throw is good. And, Greg, these boys veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Now here's Granger. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And here's KD for 3. Gets trailed by 4. Johnson surveying the floor. Gasol wide open. He fires. The three-pointer no good. Granger right side. Screen by Jordan. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Inside. Bosh inside. Outside for Gasol. Here's McGrady. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Luka Doncic.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And McGrady drops them both. Just 3 on the clock. A big-time effort for Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Chambers. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Just 2 to shoot. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Here's Granger. Oh, and the jam by Granger.
I love the awareness from Rondo. Just an excellent passer who's actively looking for his teammates.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Back to Butler. Giannis with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Rondo looking over the floor. To the paint. Here's Jordan.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim. Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Right wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Memphis ball.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Rondo. Granger outside. Offensive rebound. Jordan fires the three. And it's Danny Granger with the three. And now an 11-point Grizzly lead. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Free. Back to Antetokounmpo. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Caldwell. Still scoreless. And here is Antetokounmpo. In the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
It's so easy for Giannis to dunk it. It must be nice, huh, guys?
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marcus Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Free. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Outside for Rondo. Five to shoot. They set the screen. Granger inside the line. Here's Jordan. In the corner, Granger with it. Rondo with it. Still yet to score. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And they go to the intentional foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Pass to Caldwell. Here's Chambers. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Gasol. That three off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
Down low. Here's Granger. The Rockets pull it in. Here's Chambers. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. To the wing on the left. Pass to Free. Puts up a three. Jordan with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Rondo.
And like the physicality he brings to the floor. Outstanding at drawing fouls while shooting.
Memphis shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And both free throws good from Rondo. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Free over Rondo. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. And so Doncic will bring it up for Memphis. Outside Gasol. Back to Doncic. And the call will be against Alex English. That is his first foul of the game.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
To the middle. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, that's on the defense there. You can't let Bam get prime-time positioning inside.
The three from Johnson. Here's Bosch. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Doncic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Over in the corner, Doncic. Fades and shoots. The shot that time, not on target.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And here is McGrady. And that one is stuck right through.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Outside Durant. Fires for 3. Good on the three-point shot. KD's got 6 points.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Giannis outside. McGrady outside. Right through the D. For the layup. McGrady's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to KD. Back to Doncic. Durant for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Durant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And it's Bosh in the corner. Inside. Here's Giannis. Some solid defense from Gasol.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Durant wide open. He fires. And the Grizzlies another 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Into the lane.
Well, McGrady is just going off right now. He's enjoying himself and going after buckets with reckless abandon.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and a missed layup.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Outside, Gasol. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
From deep. And he's good on the 3-ball. McGrady's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Outside, KD. Spins. 44 seconds left to play here in the third. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. Johnson outside. And Shane Battier gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
35 seconds left in the third. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Doncic. Hasn't made one yet. Gasol up top. Outside for KD. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Memphis enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. It's trailed by 12. Here's Free. Some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Chambers. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Gasol. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
Rondo is doubled. And Jordan has it in the corner. Here's the drive. Rockets with the rebound.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Outside Gasol. Pass to Caldwell. Here's Chambers. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Chambers got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Rockets. And here is KD, defended by Chambers. Here's Granger, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The word you hear most about Granger is efficient. Good from mid-range, draws a lot of fouls, can score even when the D has all of his attention.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Pass to Caldwell. Here he goes. And he jams it with authority.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those games.
Outside Durant. 13 feet away. In close, Durant gets the bucket.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Here's Chambers over Granger, and he dunks it down.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Jordan the screen. Durant in the corner. Jordan the screen. Durant, money from deep.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Gasol deciding where to go with it. Butler outside. They set the pick. For 3. Jordan pulls it down.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
They double him with Butler. Right side, Rondo. Can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 12. And now we've got the intentional foul. And we have a timeout called by Tomas Isolo. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Several teams changing it up here. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message that the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. And he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Gasol a screen. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
They're just so strong. Bam. He's just so tough to stop.
They throw good out of Adebayo. Rockets on offense. It's a 13-point game. And stolen by Gasol. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And that's in there.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Grizzlies.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
He came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And they come back with a three of their own.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Does not go in.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
No good there. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Jacks up a three. The shot misses. Doncic. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for